Happy Wednesday to everyone out there. Hope you guys have had a great start to your day on this Wednesday. I had to stop and think for a minute what the day of the week is, and now I'm looking at the date. Today is May 20th, so
Woo!
happy May 20th, everybody.
Aye.
How did we get here so quickly? I don't know.
I don't know.
It feels like it's just been a couple weeks we've been out of school, but it's been like almost 6 weeks, I think, 5
Really?
6 weeks. So
That's bizarro.
That's
crazy.
this has all been bizarre, hasn't it?
Just like yes, sir. Very bizarre. Totally. It's the only way I know how. Just strange. Weird, strange, bizarre, all the
Yeah.
synonyms.
We're
Yes,
getting,
sir.
we're getting through it though, aren't we?
Yes, sir. We
Yeah.
sure are, because we're the All-Stars.
Right.
Because we're the Vega All-Stars.
No one makes excuses around here. We get our work done and just keep moving forward.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Take it as it comes. All right, so let's talk about our essentials of the week. Our essential of the week is, what's the number?
It's number 11, Mr. Forsyth.
Okay, number 11, random acts of kindness. And I probably say this every week. That's one of my favorite essentials. I guess I like them all, but that's definitely a good one. We talk about really across all of McKinney ISD about living kind. And so this goes hand in hand with that initiative to live kind and to be kind. And so, yeah, perfect example, live kind. So random acts of kindness, sometimes you might plan some real big surprise for someone that's elaborate, and those are fun too. But really, this is kind of the small acts of kindness that you do really go a long way. And if you do some little act of kindness for someone that makes their day, they're probably more likely to do a little act of kindness for somebody else, and just kind of spreads around. And so that's a great way to make sure everyone that we interact with is being kind and feels good.
That's right. And there's lots of little things. If you've been turning into the read alouds, I think I've read a couple books about kindness, and we talked about different ways to show kindness, especially since we're kind of stuck at home. You could leave notes on your neighbor's doors. Obviously don't go by yourself, go with an adult. Just a little, hey, have a great day. Draw a little picture, stick it on their mailbox, their front porch. That's a great way to show a random act of kindness. I would love to come home and get a nice little note from an all-star, right?
I know your day, wouldn't it?
I saw a little girl one time. She was putting flowers and all over, just picking flowers and put them on her neighbors' porches. You could always write a letter to our first responders and all of the doctors and nurses at the hospitals that are taking care of all the sick people, which is really nice. You can just drop those off with the parent, drop them off at the hospital, and they can pass those out. So lots of things you can do that are really, really easy and free, really. Just draw a note or a picture and tell somebody thank you. Just draw them a picture just because. Just say, just to brighten your day. Or calling a family member and just tell them they're thinking about them. So lots of things you can do randomly for people.
Yeah, those are a bunch of great examples, Mrs. Cotton, things you can do in just a couple of minutes. Doesn't cost any money, but really can have a big impact and make a difference.
That's right. That's right.
Good ideas. All right, our character counts trait of the week is respect. So it's something that's a big deal here at Vega. We really focus on respect from teachers to students, students to teachers, and staff to staff, all the way around. It's really about respect here. So a lot of connections to our essentials when we're saying yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir. That's showing respect. Making eye contact, that's showing respect. So these are all ways that you can show people that you respect them and care about them. And I just kind of mentioned our healthcare workers and just all kinds of different people that we can show respect to let them know that we really appreciate what they do.
That's right. My Amazon delivery person, thank goodness for my Amazon, just get my toilet paper.
Yes.
Got to thank all those people, lots of people to thank, that's for sure.
Another great way to show respect is to say thank you.
That's right, to say thank you. It's you should always say thank you. If someone does something for you or gives you something, it should come out of your mouth immediately. Thank you, with your eye contact and a smile, always.
Yes.
Always, all stars.
Automatic.
That's right.
All right, so we got some birthdays coming up.
Yes, sir. We have some birthdays. We had Miss Ford's birthday May 6th, but we're going to go ahead and read the June birthdays because June is next month, but we will not be here. We'll be on summer break. So next month we have 2 birthdays on June 5th. Miss Matthews, one of our tutors that we have here at School Intervention Help. She's awesome. Y'all love Miss Matthews. Her birthday is the 5th. And also Miss Polera in 3rd grade. Her birthday is June 5th. So happy birthday to those ladies. And Mrs. Newell in the front office, she has the birthday on June the 6th. So happy birthday to Miss Newell. Let's see, Mr. Bailey, 3rd grade teacher, he has a birthday on June 16th. So happy birthday to Mr. Bailey. And last but not least, Miss Hill, a.k.a. The snake lover, lovers of snakes and bugs.
I don't know about that.
She does not like snakes, bugs.
Creepy crawlies.
Mm-hmm. So don't get her that for her birthday. Her birthday, Miss Hill's birthday, is June 22nd. So happy birthday to all those all-star staff. And if you have a birthday in June, happy birthday to you.
All right. Thanks for reading off those birthdays.
Yes, sir.
A couple of other announcements here. We're getting towards the end of the school year, which is hard to believe. This is our last full week, and then next week we just have 2 days on Tuesday and Wednesday. Let's make sure we're still doing our assignments that are in there that the teachers are putting together for you. Don't want to stop the learning. We want to keep working our brains out so we keep growing with our academic knowledge. But next week on Wednesday, which is the last day of school, obviously it's going to be an unusual last day of school for us, but we will be on for the announcements that morning at 10 a.m. And I've heard we may be joined by a special guest for announcements.
Who's the special guest, Mr. Forsythe?
If you've been at Vega before, you might have heard of a little band called Lumber Bear.
What? No way.
Yes. They're a legendary British rock band, and I've heard that they're going to be making their way over here, and so I think there's a pretty good chance that they may be on to perform a special song for us to close out the year.
They have their own private plane. They're traveling all the way here.
I believe you're correct about that.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait. I wonder what they're going to sing.
Yeah, I do wonder that.
Oh, I wonder that. Hope they have something prepared.
I'm sure they do. They're professionals.
Yes, they got it. They totally got it. They're pros.
All right, so that's next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Join us, and that will actually, these are recorded announcements we're doing, but they'll actually be live. We'll do it on Facebook Live, so get ready to catch that next Wednesday at 10 o'clock, and we'll put out some communication about that to remind everybody. Also, something exciting, same day, next Wednesday, our last day of school, we're planning a car parade around our Vega neighborhoods. So looking forward to that. We're
Beep, beep.
been in planning mode, getting the neighborhood maps out, drawing our routes to figure out what direction we're going so we don't all get lost when we get out there. And so we've got teachers joining us, and really all the staff members. It's open to everybody to join along. And so at Vega, we have 2 neighborhood areas that we have that come to our school, and so we're actually going to do 2 parades at 2 different times to allow our staff to get to both places. So it will send out more details about this, but we'll have the announcements at 10 o'clock, the live Facebook announcements, and at 10:30 we'll start our parade around this Vega immediate neighborhood here in the Skyway Villa Apartments, and we'll do that starting at 10:30 next Wednesday. And then at 1 o'clock next Wednesday, we have a lot of families that live on the east side of 75, and so we're going to start over at Old Settlers Park there, but we'll drive around those neighborhoods too. And so we'll put out maps on Facebook and through our email distribution so you guys can see where you might need to put yourself. And make sure that you're staying 6 feet apart from anybody else while we're on that parade route. But we look forward to doing that.
Yes, and thank you, Mr. Forsythe. He was up here late last night trying to figure out where everybody lives, but then trying to come up with a route that gets most people, or to where people can go over a street and see the car. So he was up here you think, oh, just hop in your car and drive. No, it's not that simple. It's a lot of work that goes into it. So thank you, Mr. Forsythe,
You're welcome.
for doing that for us. So.
Yeah, I actually test drove it last night.
Oh, you kicked it up a notch.
What I thought was the street was actually an alley. We don't want the parade going down the alley, so I'm glad I did a little test run.
Great job. Measure twice, cut once, Mr. Forsythe. Always double check first.
I believe that's it.
Yes, sir. That's it. School supplies.
Okay, go ahead.
School supplies.
Oh, yeah, pick up.
Yes.
You mean, yes.
Yes. Boys and girls, also, if you have not, come by Vega. Come through the carpool lane by the cafeteria. And obviously, you're not driving. Someone driving you to pick up your bag of school supplies that were left in your classroom, please come do that. We have a lot of bags left. A lot of some cool stuff in there from your lockers, parents, some stuff you might want. And so please make sure and come by. We're going to be here actually from now, well, I don't know what time you're viewing this, from 1 to 3 today, but I don't know what time we're going to be this, so never mind.
Right.
So tomorrow, Thursday, from 9 to 11, we're going to have, we'll be out passing out stuff, and then from 1 to 3 p.m. tomorrow, Thursday, we'll also be passing out supplies. So if you can have somebody come by, just hold up a sign with your name on it, your child's name, and grade level, and we will get the bags for you and bring them out to your car. We can't put them in your car. We can put them in the trunk if you'd like us to. So please make sure and do that. And then we'll also, depending on how many bags we have left, we'll post on Facebook or we'll have teachers call home and to let you guys know if we have some extra, maybe evening times when we'll be available, maybe next week if you are busy with the work schedule. So you can come by and pick up your child's belongings. So.
All right. Thanks for listening to this part of the announcements. After this, there'll be another segment where I talk about student work that we want to celebrate. So we want to recognize those kids that are doing good quality work. So check that out. And that'll be it. We hope to see you guys soon.
All right. Don't forget, tune in live next Wednesday at 10.
Correct.
Come get your school supplies.
All right.
All right. Bye, All-Stars.
Bye, guys. All right, now we want to take a look at some all-star student work that we want to celebrate. Appreciate all the students have been working hard during this time of distance learning and keeping up with their assignments. So here's a couple we want to recognize. First of all, we've got Eli in Mrs. Kate's class. Here Eli was doing some problem solving. You can see he's using the dots there to represent different numbers from that word problem, and then he put it in a number sentence, and you can see he was really thinking and working hard there. So way to go, Eli. And we have a couple from Mrs. Bosa's class. First is Alan in Mrs. Bosa's class. He was working on figuring out what were living objects and non-living objects and giving a reason. And here we've got Floricelda from Miss Bosa's class, and she was working on a picture graph. Way to go, Floricelda. Here we've got Matthew in Mrs. Bosa's class. He was also doing some graph work, working with the bar graphs there. Pizza, that looks good. And here we've got Aiden from Mrs. DiDonato's class, and she said he's really been doing a good job since the beginning of all this distance learning. So way to go, Aiden. There's some of his work. And Mrs. DiDonato also wanted to recognize these students that from the beginning of this online distance learning, they've been consistently doing their work and getting things turned in. So way to go to Jamarlin, Kareem, Kaylee, Tristan, and Xavier. Proud of you guys. And here we've got some work from Valentina in Mrs. Cepeda's class. This is a poem that she wrote. Always like listening to poetry. And now we've got Julian in Mrs. Cepeda's class, and this is some work that he did. They were working on the math concept of area, and this is a farm that he drew out on some graph paper, and he was using that to work on area. So it's really neat when we can see a connection between what we learn in math and a real-world application. So way to go, Julian. And here we've got Aubrey in Mrs. Hill's class, and she was doing a project about the stock market. So you can see her Google slideshow here where she did some research and is presenting the information about the stock market. So Mrs. Hill was really proud of her. So way to go, Aubrey. All right. Thank you, boys and girls, for putting in that quality work. Let's keep it going this last week here as we keep working on our assignments and doing work that we're proud of. All right. Take care.